So you're thinking of using a Ouija board for the first time. I'm here to tell you how to do it safely.
Cool. How did he get in my house?
Firstly, a Ouija board doesn't have to be a shop-bought one. Okay, yours happens to be a shop-bought one, but it doesn't have to be. You could take a smooth surface and draw letters and numbers on, or you could simply cut out cards, place them all around a table, or other horizontal flat surface.
Table would have done. Who are you?
Then you could get a planchette, or you could use a glass, or an upturned yogurt pot, or some other implement that you can move freely. Are you ready?
Yes.
Stop! Never do a Ouija board on your own.
Okay, my friends will be here soon, then we can start.
No. Some people are totally against using Ouija boards, and those people are the very people who probably shouldn't use a Ouija board. Because the danger is mostly around the psychology of using a board.
For over a decade now, my team and I have used a board and been okay. The danger comes if you are using it wrong. The planchette will only move if people are touching it, generally speaking. Since you are asking the questions, avoid asking questions which can have a scary reply. So don't ask it, are you going to kill us? No, and don't put words into the mouths of who you're talking to either. If you say, is that you, Grandma? Any spirit can just reply, yes. And you will fall for it. Some spirits are just looking to wind you up. But if you can ask controlling questions, such as, what was the name of Gran's two budgerigars? Then the spirit has to do the work. Some people love horror films. They might be scared while watching, but then move on. Some horror fans simply enjoy the films and can go to bed straight after without having nightmares. Those people are like the ones in paranormal teams. It becomes almost mundane to use a board, so they don't have lingering fears of what they may have stirred up.
He's right. The scared people will attribute every bang and creak to a malevolent spirit who's followed them home.
But is there some other protection I could do? Yes, be respectful to spirits, and remember, you don't have to do it in the dark, at night, or with candles, or any other paraphernalia which Hollywood suggests.
But always move the planchette to goodbye or ask the spirit to do so, as that closes the doorway, supposedly.
In theory, yes. Look, the Ouija board gets blamed for being evil, but the board just sits there. It doesn't move. It's the planchette that comes alive. The planchette does the spelling. If you could use a glass, do you fear glasses afterwards? No, I guess not. But is there some other protection I could do? I think it'll help calm your mind if you do something which helps you feel better. That could be a prayer, a little ritual, just imagining yourself being covered in white light. And then a little bit of something afterwards just to shut your brain off. So brain, we've stopped communication now. It's alright. So, is it safe in general?
If your intentions are good and you can control the questions, you should be okay. But we might still try scare you for fun.
Yes, but just take all info with a grain of salt. If at any time you want to close the board, you push the glass to goodbye. My team has done a few experiments with using Ouija boards, and I would conclude that it is us pushing the glass subconsciously. But we are being led in some way to reveal verifiable information that we don't know at the time. And if you don't want to do it, don't. Thanks. Now, get out. Have you ever had any memorable experiences with boards? Please tell me in the comments. So once you've used a Ouija board and once you've said goodbye at the end, please come back here, click subscribe, click like, and I'll see you in a future video. I mean, that's that done.